Welcome to Behind the Business. My name is Kelly Lumsden, and today I have the honor and the privilege to have a conversation with a very dear friend of mine and founder of Zero Dark 30 Coffee, Jared Webb. Today we're going to talk about the heart behind the why and the business and what stirred him and led him to start a coffee brand and a coffee company. So I am so incredibly excited, and I can promise you, you are absolutely going to want to watch this episode and hear just his story. So let's get into it and strap in. Jared Webb.
Yes.
You're amazing.
I don't know about that.
You are now.
Yeah. That was a little less than amazing not too long ago.
So, former military.
Yeah, I did 4 years in the Marine Corps.
4 years in the Marine Corps.
Mm-hmm.
And then also law enforcement.
Yeah, 16 years.
16 years.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, mostly. I did about 3 years in the Twin Falls area and 13 years here in Nampa.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah.
And then you transitioned out. Did you retire? Did you get kicked out?
I got kicked out. I got kicked out in the most extraordinary way.
Okay.
Like I got kicked out of the club pretty swiftly. No, literally I was suffering with PTSD, but denying that was the problem and that it even existed, right? Like, as I saw that as weakness, and we can't. That just wasn't in my vocabulary, right? Like, I just spent my entire life avoiding being thrown into that category of weak, right? So, yeah, I denied that was a thing, and my entire life just spiraled out of control.
Did you, when you would deny, I'm curious, like when you had to act a certain way that you couldn't show the emotions, or you couldn't show, that it was affecting you, were there situations outside of being, when you had the uniform on, did you have a place where you could actually let things out? Or
no,
not at all? So
no,
not even at home?
No.
With your wife?
No.
So she had no idea?
Oh, I had an idea.
Oh.
It's just we never talked about it. He stuffed it and would sit in a room and be by himself and not talk to anybody. Didn't want to be around anybody.
How long have you two been married?
26 years.
26 years. Wow.
It's been a few days.
So you experienced
everything
from the beginning.
Yeah. From military to first responder to coffee to him now. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. No, I didn't even realize. I mean, it was more than just denial about PTSD. Like, obviously that was my personal opinion about the matter, but I didn't realize that's what was going on with me. I was just angry all the time.
Right.
And hated everyone.
Really?
Didn't want to go to work and didn't want to leave the house. Yeah. But I didn't attribute that to PTSD, right? Because I didn't qualify. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I hadn't been through enough shit that I would consider myself able to have PTSD, which is what I've learned now going through a lot of the healing that I've been through. That's a pretty common denominator with all of us.
Yes.
Right. It's like, I'm not worthy of that diagnosis.
Right.
I haven't done enough. So, I mean,
that's actually a great segue into Behind the Business, because I think veteran, we carry this sense of unworthiness and that we're never going to amount to anything and that we're just worthless. How did you get into? I want other veterans to see the possibility of success, and that there's hope, right? Yeah. Not only through the organizations that we're familiar with, which we can share in a bit, but talk to us about Behind the Business and how did you get started with coffee?
So I ended my career as a police officer in handcuffs. Like, I got arrested in my own agency and handcuffed by my friends and booked into my own jail and booked in by more of my friends. I started treating PTSD with opiates after several surgeries, shoulder surgeries and the neck surgery. And so it was alcohol and opiates that I was numbing out with, not realizing that's what I was doing. Like, really, I thought, I'm taking these meds because the doctor gives them to me because I need them for pain, right?
Right.
The reality was I was emotionally numbing out because it was a lot easier to just numb out with meds and alcohol than it was to face the shit I was going through in my head. So that was the end of my career, and I had a couple of options. I could get into veterans treatment court, or I could plead guilty, because my charge was actually felony prescription fraud.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So I was struggling with PTSD. My work at the police department started to suffer. There was going to be an investigation. I called the AP line, was like, hey, I need some help. That was going to save my job. That only lasted about 3 months because I didn't really dive into the thing under the thing. I went to rehab for 28 days. Addiction wasn't my problem, which I didn't realize at the time. So it didn't work. I started using again right away. But I was down to one doctor after that. And so I called in after, to make a long story short, after a suicide attempt by my son. I couldn't handle that. Right. And so I called Ada County, in which we lived, because I worked in Canyon County, reported my meds stolen so that I could get them refilled early, so that I could deal with the emotion that came with that, right? And the reality was that I wanted to numb it out. I didn't want to deal with it, and I never did. I got my meds, and all was right with the world. Thank God a detective took the call that day, and he did some digging and found out I was full of shit, right? And then he notified my department. They set up an interview for me to come in and made sure I was unarmed and took me into custody for the warrant. So that's how I got arrested. But the option was go into vet court or plead guilty and go get probation, right? And that was, so my initial response to that was suicide. Like, I drove out in the middle of nowhere and was just going to end it because I was convinced I was doing more harm to my wife and kids by being on this planet than if I just was gone.
Right.
Which is where a lot of us get to, right? And thank God I got a timely phone call, and it was a friend of mine that helped me see that I hadn't tried everything to get better. Like, and I didn't even know what my problem was. So I made the decision that I was going to do everything in my power to get better before I made that decision, because that decision is always there, right? I can always do that. So I got into veterans treatment court. That's where I met Brent. Brent Rowe was a Air Force and Army veteran. He was about 20 years older than me and had been roasting coffee for decades. Okay. He'd had a couple of coffee businesses himself. But he was in veterans court as well. And he would drink coffee daily, and I wasn't a coffee drinker. And so he would razz me about not drinking coffee. And he would tell me that the reason why I don't drink coffee is because I never had good coffee. Okay. And I thought he was full of shit. Like, coffee's coffee, man. I've had coffee everywhere. I've never found coffee I like. Yeah. Well, he roasted up some coffee and brewed it. And when I drank it, I was like, oh, you weren't kidding, man. Like, this is good. I could drink this. We could sell this and make some money. And so that's where the coffee company was born, really. It was an idea while we were in treatment for PTSD, substance abuse. And then when we graduated the program, that we just took steps to turn that into a reality. Like, they got the paperwork filed with the Secretary of State, started the business. Was it this name? No. Okay. The original name was Got Your Six. Okay. Coffee Roaster. Okay. Because the plan was to help give back, right? Pay it forward by using the coffee sales to help other veterans and first responders that were struggling with PTSD. We didn't know how. We just knew that we had a product we could sell. It could make money. We could use the money to help. At that point, we had no idea how, right? It was just that was the goal. So Got Your Six, right? We're going to take care of our own. We Got Your Six. We figured that would fit. But there was another Got Your Six coffee roaster back east. And so where we were going to sell online, we're like, we got to find a name that nobody's using. Okay. So I started doing some research. And literally the first name that I Googled was Zero Dark 30 Coffee. Perfect. Right? It's so perfect. Right? And nobody was using that as a business. There was no businesses registered in the United States with that name as a coffee company.
Wow.
And so I was like, that's it. So we switched the name, did all the paperwork, and then started selling coffee. We originally started out with just flat black bags,
okay,
and throwing stickers on them. So it was a lot of manual labor to get started, right? And then
and can we talk about that real quick?
Yeah.
Because those are the little details that. So where did you order the bags from, or what did you do? Like, how did you guys just sit and talk and then just start Googling?
Yeah, basically
Or-
that was it.
okay.
Like it was like, okay, where are we going to get coffee bags from? Well, Uline sells the coffee bag that we can get pretty inexpensively, right? Because it takes some capital to start a company.
Well, and I was going to ask about that.
Yeah.
Like, what was that?
We
Did
had
you get a
none.
loan?
No. Well,
It was all.
we actually, I think we cashed out some of my retirement that I'd had from the police department. And
Really?
we used some of that, yeah.
So you used
'Cause-
your own personal funds.
Yeah, so we used our own personal funds to get the business going.
Yeah.
And Brent used his personal funds as well. So between the two of us, we were able to. We started roasting coffee in an HVAC shop. Like, I kid you not.
Okay.
My buddy owned an HVAC company.
But how did you, like, what do you mean roasting? So a
So
machine?
So the roaster
Right.
that we use is a fluid bed roaster. So it's basically a popcorn popper
Okay.
for coffee beans, right? So you dump the beans in the top, and it's like an upside down hair dryer. It keeps the coffee up in the air while it cooks it.
Okay.
So it's literally about the size of half of a couch.
Gosh.
So we brought that in, and then you got to have a cooler. So we basically hooked up a little tray with holes in the bottom of it. We to put the coffee, once it's roasted, we dump it in there, and we put a shop vac connected to that to blow the air out.
Oh my gosh.
So it's sucking air
Yeah.
through the coffee beans to cool them off, and that's how we cooled the coffee when we started. That was our system. And it was an old, the roaster was probably 15 years old.
I was going to ask, was it used?
Yeah.
It was
Brent had been
first
used.
one.
Yeah,
Really?
Brent had been using it for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 6 pounds at a time.
Right.
Small batch roasting.
Wow.
And then we just started doing local veteran events, and just through some of the connections that we had made through recovery. And we just started getting the coffee out, word of mouth spreading, and the product was good enough that.
How many years ago was this?
This was in 2020, right in the middle of COVID.
2020. Okay.
Yeah, so that was a great time to start a business.
Yeah.
If there's ever another pandemic, don't just wait. Just wait it out. Because so we're still here, so we're doing something right.
I know.
I think. So that's how we started. And then it wasn't very long after that when we started actually having sales roll in, that we were generating revenue. And so we were able to build a small little roastery and move all of our equipment in there, and eventually buy a bigger professional roaster and start moving in that direction.
So do you guys roast your own?
Yeah, I still roast the coffee.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm still roasting the coffee. We're getting close to be able to train somebody to do it and have somebody else do it. And the plan is either to hire somebody that's hopefully a veteran that needs a job to get back on their feet. We can hire them, supplement their income a little bit, and give them a mission to pitch in. Yeah. That's the plan.
What's your greatest way for advertising? Is it word of mouth? Is it
word of mouth
online?
Is the only way.
Social media?
Yeah, we've done some social media, but I'm a social media idiot, so I really don't know how to.
I might know someone.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, and then so basically it's been business is more about connection than anything. Right?
Yeah.
It's literally personal connections and getting your product out. And thank God we did it right from the get-go. As soon as we started to get funds in the bank, we started using them to send guys to treatment for PTSD. PTSD specific for veterans, but by veterans, right?
Okay.
And first responders. And in part of that process, we jumped in and did some of those programs as well. Like in the very beginning, my wife and I went through Homework for Heroes in Montana, which is run by a veteran and his wife. Okay. And
list some of those organizations.
That was a great program. We learned a lot about PTSD, why I think the way that I do, why my brain works that way. Yeah. And then later after that, I was introduced to Courageous Survival here in town, which does resources and for veterans, first responders, and a lot of outreach. And that's when I learned about Save a Warrior.
Right.
And I ended up going through that program.
And when did you go through that?
That was in September of 23.
Okay, a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So right before me, I went through January of 24.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, I mean, I was already 3 years sober. But I was sober, so I wasn't using that as a crutch anymore, and trying to get the business up and going and getting some traction and working all the hours, right? Because that's what happens when you're a new business owner. You work all the hours.
Do you think having the business helped keep you had something to focus on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because the biggest things that I've learned through my own personal struggles with PTSD, but also working with other guys and gals, is you lose the connection and the camaraderie, right? But you also lose the mission.
Yeah.
Like when you're in serving, you have a mission every day, right?
Absolutely.
Whether you're a first responder or a veteran or a military member, you have the mission, right?
Oh yeah. And we have people to report to.
Right. Yeah.
It's like and you're going to get in big trouble if you're not there.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Accountability.
Accountability.
Yeah.
Right? Yep. And so you lose all of that at
Yeah.
once, like bang, it's gone. And
so true.
Finding a new purpose, a reason to get out of bed in the morning is huge. But then also surrounding yourself with positive thinkers, right?
Right.
Because part of PTSD is living in the negative so much, right? Like it's a combination of a whole bunch of things.
Yeah.
But one of the big things is negative thinking.
Yeah, we don't know what we don't know, and we just don't know until you wake up, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I didn't even realize I was.
Yeah. Yeah. So I didn't know what my problem was until I did, right?
Yeah.
Until somebody pointed it out to me. It's like, oh my gosh.
I didn't know what my problem was until I knew I was the problem.
Right.
Dang, that was good.
Right.
I'm gonna. That's mine. Right. I said it first.
Yeah, that's exactly it. But yeah, having a mission, like the business gave me a purpose, right?
Yeah.
So that drives me forward.
Supporting him.
Let's
talk about that.
Supporting him was pretty hard. Like, I'm not a fighter. I like to just go through and make everybody happy. So I always gave him a choice. Like, hey, this is what we're doing. If you want to tag along, great. If not, you choose what you want to do. So we didn't fight a lot in front of our kids, but when the kids, sometimes behind the scenes, there was a few screaming, a lot of throwing stuff here and there, but we got through it, but it was rough. I mean, I'm not going to say it was easy because it wasn't, but raising 3 kids by yourself is pretty hard. And I put myself into my children and just let him do his own thing for the most part, so.
Because you realized there was nothing I could do.
I just made it worse. I'd push and I prod and I'd make it worse, and he would just get worse. He would shut down. There was no talking. There was a time where there were 7 days he didn't talk to me at all. 7 days he totally just shut down completely. And I legit got into the chair and started poking and prodding at him. And I'm like, you will talk to me. And he just looked at me like I was not even there. I was nothing.
And until we're done suffering.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty bad. There's nothing
I could have
done.
Yeah.
But I'm very thankful for sticking it out and being by his side, because I wouldn't change anything.
So you were yeah, I mean, you were clearly an advocate, and then you started to see probably a light come on in him, and then you saw him having hope.
Yeah. Well, and it's hard too, because when he was at his worst, I didn't even know who to reach out to. Like going to the police department, I tell him, hey, my husband is an addict. Like, I know this. But in my mind too, he's getting it from the doctors. Yeah, I didn't know how many doctors he was getting it from. And then once I realized how many he was getting, I was like, oh my God, wow. Like, it was just being handed to him like candy.
Wow.
And it was crazy, the amount of pills that he was taking. I'm surprised he's not dead just from taking that amount of pills.
Right.
in, days after days. And so it was rough, but I mean, it's all worth it. I wouldn't change anything. We definitely had our ups and our downs, but now life is great because he's in a good spot. He talks and we do everything together.
I have to say that he had a temper or he was angry. Oh. I'm like, ever since I've known you, right? I'm like, what? You're like the nicest guy. How's that possible?
No. Verbally abusive for sure. In times, never in front of our children.
Wow.
But very verbally abusive. So
I definitely suffered from emotional irregulation without question, but that's because I didn't have wisdom. And when you realize that, okay, I've got all the emotions, but you add the wisdom, then you can really use the wisdom to regulate, the emotions. And now I'm a completely different person. I mean, I don't get set off. I'm just totally different person.
That's the thing. I'm not the same guy.
No,
I'm not the same guy.
Veterans Drug Court gave him the tools, and he was doing really, really well with the tools.
Really.
But Save a Warrior changed everything.
Changed
for us.
My life.
Changed everything.
Yes.
Yeah, that court got me sober.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good differentiation there. It's when you look at the perspective, which I love, which I'll talk about for a second, with Save a Warrior, that what was so impactful for me was there's my story and then there's what happened. And then when you look at, oh my gosh, I created this story of being unworthy. I created of being unwanted and rejected, which to a degree I was, there was a lot of abandonment and what have you. But, I just had this brief conversation with my mom this morning, and she's found these letters that I had written when I was a child. And she said she just bawled because when she didn't realize, she didn't know what she didn't know. She didn't know that, what was happening to me. And so for me to then realize that and then offer the forgiveness sets her free and ends her suffering as well. It's not my responsibility, but, so I just want to thank you, honestly. Seriously.
It's rough.
You're the hero.
Definitely worth it.
He held the gun, but you're a hero. You truly are. I mean, because the statistics of people still being together and just you supporting him. And I know I'm going to make you guys. You really are. And you're beautiful. You're absolutely beautiful. And I want you to know that. That is also behind the business, because we're humans behind the business.
Yeah.
And the fact that you guys have the heart to do what you do for the purpose, to give back. So tell us a little bit about that. So she gets, okay, I don't have any tissue in here. Well, about giving back. Let's talk about that.
Yeah. So we do give back a bunch, but it wouldn't work without my wife. Like it really wouldn't. Yeah. She holds the whole thing together.
Yeah.
Like she's the income until the business is profitable, right? So she keeps us afloat. She's the backbone of the family. But what we do with the funds is we created a nonprofit in 2022 to roll the proceeds into. A large portion of them, obviously, we can't give away all the money we make.
Right.
Because we have a business to run. It is expensive to run a business. Just to exist, it's expensive. But we use the proceeds to help other guys and gals that are struggling get into Save a Warrior or other programs like that, like Deer Hollow and Salt Lake.
Okay.
There's a few, and the names of them, the ones we've sent guys and gals to escape me at the moment, but
that's okay.
But most of the people that we send to Save a Warrior.
Okay.
And it's just because it's so impactful and the success rate is so high, right?
Yeah.
And the time frame is so short.
Right.
It's 3 days.
I know. I know.
We're not sending somebody away from their family for a month.
A month, right? Exactly.
Where they have to.
It's a weekend.
Right.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Because the reality is, in all honesty, in the darkest, for me, I don't know that I could have been away from my wife for 30 days. Like that would have been super difficult.
Yeah. And then try to heal at the same time. Right. It's like. Yeah.
I mean that's my support system.
Yeah.
Like I won't have that.
Yeah.
For the whole time I'm trying to get better. Like
what I see is that the 3 days you are absolutely saturated and just completely soaked in immersion of, you have to wake up. You have no choice,
Yeah.
you know, and then you go back to the child and you go back to that trauma. And when did it begin? And then all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh. But if you go a month, it's like day after day after day after day after day. You know, I think with Save a Warrior's concept, it's just miraculous.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
it absolutely changed my life.
In 3 days.
3 days.
Right?
3 days.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's literally a perspective change.
It is.
It's 100% a perspective
Yep.
change. Right?
Totally.
Like from poor me to, oh my God. Like,
Yep.
I'm not the center of the universe. Who'd have thought that?
Yeah.
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 I'm just.
What do you mean it's not all about me?
Right?
What do you mean?
I'm a cog in the wheel? What the heck?
I know.
Yeah. Yeah. No, life-changing stuff. So, and then the other upside is, since we're so community-minded and focused, the guys and gals that go through, when they come back, there's a community here.
Right.
Of all of us who have been through that,
Yeah.
and those who are waiting for their seat to open, right? Like to go.
And you can utilize the coffee, getting out there, getting in public, being seen. You can utilize it as a conversation. It's great.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Because otherwise we won't talk about it.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I will.
Yeah.
I'll talk about anything.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
Well,
it's a catalyst too. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, geez, how much of this country's business is done over a cup of coffee?
Right. Absolutely.
It just kind of fits.
Yes.
Right? Like, yeah. So,
Yeah.
if you, the way I saw it in the beginning was, if you're going to drink coffee anyway, you might as well drink coffee with a purpose behind it, right? Because the best, I think the best of us are those who serve, right? And most of the time, we come into service with a little bit of trauma already.
Oh, for sure, all of us.
So having an outlet to deal with that and to normalize it, because part of the problem is we don't talk about it.
Right.
We just don't.
No.
Like it's that thing, it's the elephant in the room that nobody's talking about.
Yeah.
Right? Like why is
fear of failure.
Why is Bill such an asshole?
Yeah.
Bill's suffering from PTSD, and
right.
nobody's talking about it.
Exactly.
Right?
I know.
Until he eats a bullet, and then, oh my God.
Right.
I didn't see that coming.
Yes.
Like, are you kidding me?
It's so true.
Right. So we just need to start talking about it more and making it normal.
It is.
To get help, because even had I known that PTSD was my problem while I was still on the job, no way in hell I'd have reached out for help. No way. Not until my job was on the line.
Right.
Right. Because as soon as you're labeled as having a mental health issue,
right,
you're not combat effective anymore. Right. Or so they say. Right. You know,
especially as a man, being a provider and having a family, and the women, you know, or wife looking up to you, and children.
Showing weakness is trained out of you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Suck it up, soldier.
Right.
Suck it up.
Yeah. So then you want to,
Well, as a child, I grew up with get over it.
Yep.
Get over it.
Yeah.
You know, so it was, I already, before I even went in the military, was not allowed to show my emotions. Get over it. So I get it. And then you get out, and then why are you emotionally irregular? Because all of a sudden it's all coming out and you're like,
yep.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with all this.
I don't know what to do with it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So if we can help through coffee, then.
Yeah. So you guys have your inventory in a store?
Yes. So part of our story was we hooked up with Fireside Pine, which is a local clothing company, veteran owned, that does the same thing with clothes that we do with coffee.
Okay.
They use a bunch of their proceeds to donate to backcountry veterans.
Okay.
Which is a local program. Well, I say local, but they're spreading. They're now in Oregon, right?
Yeah.
But they take vets out hunting, fishing, camping, and give them a taste of what it could be like. Right? And they're bringing guys and gals in from all over the country, inner cities, you know, people who would never have access to go sturgeon fishing are now pulling a dinosaur out of the river. Like it's insane, right? And just realizing that, hey, there's another way to live rather than just being in misery. So what they do is kind of coincides with what we do. And so we met them at an event, and then we just hit it off. Like they're so mission driven too, right? It's like the reason why they're doing that. What they're doing is to help and pay it forward. So it just fit. So they opened a clothing store, and we put our coffee in there, and they sell our coffee.
And where is it located?
It's at 2120 North 2126 North Eagle Road.
2126 North Eagle Road.
Yeah, it's called Fireside Pine. It's in a little strip mall in front of the village.
By the village.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
On the next to Chipotle and 511.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Great spot.
Yeah. Great.
And then you have the stories, the warrior stories.
Yes. So once a month in there, we clear out all of the inventory in the front of the store, set up a bunch of chairs, and then a local warrior that has been through it and as of now, it's from the list of people we've sent to treatment, which is about 40.
Okay.
In the time we've been in existence, we've sent about 40 total to treatment. So we grab one of them and be like, hey, are you interested in telling your story?
Wow.
Right? And they come in and talk about their service, childhood service, discharge, struggle, redemption, what it looks like now.
Okay.
Right? And we do that within an hour and a half of telling that story, and we provide dinner. And so the object of the game is to get as many people in the room to hear that story as possible. Like if somebody you know is struggling or you think they're struggling, if you can get them in a room to hear somebody else's story and they start picking out the similarities, like, oh Lord, I act just like that. Jeez. No, if that
I know someone,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so sometimes that's the catalyst that maybe there's a different way I can do things differently.
Yeah.
And it's worked. I mean, we've had people that were sitting in the room reach out afterwards and go, hey, I think maybe that might not be a bad idea for me. And then we start working with them and get them in. And
that's awesome.
And the amount of marriages, parental relationships that we've helped them save, right? Because we don't save anybody. We just we do is tell you what we did, right? Like I can't help anyone do anything other than just show you the path I took, which is exactly what warriors did for me.
Right.
So we just show you the path we took and offer you an opportunity to walk it. And should you choose to, the benefits of doing so are immeasurable.
Right. And the family that's here to support. Yeah, I've been out for 33 years, and only till now did I.
Yeah, we don't know what we don't know.
Have family we didn't know what we don't know.
Yeah. Oh, our crayons.
Talk about crayons.
So
edible crayons.
Yeah, my wife found these for me. She thought this would be fun.
This is brilliant.
Right?
Yes.
Because if you hand a Marine a box of crayons to color you a picture, he's probably just going to eat them.
And they're gum.
They're gum, yeah.
And do they taste good? That one seemed a little hard.
They're not bad. They're hard like a crayon. Not that I would know what a real crayon tastes like.
Yeah. So if there is a veteran that is wanting to become an entrepreneur and looking to start their own business, because it is hard for us to be at the 9 to 5, would you be willing for them to reach out to you and
absolutely
offer them, some help? Not that it has to be about coffee, but just about the business practices and, having taxes and, all that stuff.
Yes. Learning all of that.
Okay. That would be great. Because that's really our heart behind the business is to, just so that people, just to offer hope.
Yep. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Anything we can do. Anything we can do to help a local warrior.
So Jared Webb, and how can they reach you? WEBB.
Yep.
Okay. And it's how you I know it's JARAD.
Yeah, my mom wanted to be original.
Jared Webb. Thanks, Mom.
Thanks,
that's why I'm Kelly with an I too.
Right.
Like, Kelly with a Y or EY? I'm like, no.
No, neither.
No, it's okay. It's fine. How to make it a hold of you?
So Jared at zerodark30coffee.com.
Okay.
Or you can call my cell phone. It's all over the website.
Okay.
And I put my personal number there.
Okay.
And then what's another way? You can go to the website and there's a contact us link on there as well.
Okay.
That'll get to me.
And go into Fireside Pine.
Yeah. Go into Fireside Pine.
Yep.
Sometimes you can catch
coffee.
me in there.
It's amazing.
Right. Purchase coffee and ask for us. I return all the messages we get in there. And then social media. We're on all the social media things. Instagram, Facebook. I think we're on TikTok now at I don't know.
Okay.
We have somebody who does that for us now because
Okay.
I'm an idiot and it would never get done.
Yeah.
That's the other big part about business, right?
Yeah.
You're not going to be good at everything.
No.
Find those who want to help you.
Yes.
And take advantage of that.
Yes.
Right? Let them help you.
Let them.
Right?
Yep.
Let them.
Yep. Mel Robbins plug. Let them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, we're absolutely willing to help anybody that needs it.
Okay.
And if we can't help you, man, the community that in this area,
we'll find someone that can.
We'll find somebody that can.
Yes, we will.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Any last, just one little, I don't know, blimp of hope? Anything that you could just offer in any capacity.
It doesn't matter how bad it is, right? It doesn't matter how bad it is or how good it is. This too shall pass. Right. And we lose sight of that when we're in the darkness, that we think it's going to be that way forever, and it's not.
Yeah.
It'll pass. Hold on. Right. Reach out. Seriously. Reach out to somebody. One of the biggest things that I didn't realize when I started down this path, I didn't want to call anybody and bother them. Right. I don't want to bother anybody with my shit. It's my shit.
Yeah.
Why can't I deal with it? The reality is, when somebody reaches out to me because they have their shit going on, guess who gets more help than they do?
Right. Yeah.
So now
it's preaching to the choir.
Yeah. So I reach out, because not only is it going to help you, it's going to help them.
It does.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So reach out, no matter what's going on. Reach out.
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thanks for having us.
Anything else you want to say? Anything else you got?
I don't think so.
Did you swallow the gum?
No.
Okay, all right. Because doesn't it never ever disintegrate or whatever you call it? I don't even know. I know it is.
But I don't know. It's crayon gum, so that might be true.
I know. Zero Dark 30 coffee. Amazing. I love you guys. I'm honored. So honored. All your friends.
Yeah. Same here.
And to be able to do it. So thank you.
Thanks for having us.